Uh-oh. You hear that?
Get 'em, Tom. Another one bites the dust. And another one bites the dust. Time to type the pull up at your house and read off your screen name account. Make it come clean and even make it call your spouse. So won't you come on out and see what we're talking about? We got you on camera. But first, is anyone in the house? Look, we got your chat logs. We got you by the balls. And when the police pull up, we give them to the law. It's the big homie Tom from Colorado. He on the stroll. Pulling up on bears from Colorado Pet Patrol. Royce K did it, so you know it gotta stop.
What up?
Good evening, everyone.
Welcome
to episode 2 of Behind the Catch. Tonight we're going to have Billy Denny, Catch 1 and 2. We're just going to only play Catch 2. But before we get there, I just want to have the team just go around and introduce themselves. This is most of the Behind the Catch podcast team. Emily.
Hi guys, I'm Emily. I've been with CPP for like 2.5 years.
Mortal.
Hey, I'm Mortal. I've been with CPP for almost 3 years, I think.
All right, Judd.
What up, y'all? I'm Judd. Been with CPP for about the same time as Mortal, 2.5 years. Do OSINT and then kind of work behind the scenes as well.
And last but not least, Mr. Dustin.
What up, guys? Dustin. I've been with CPP for about 3.5 years. OSINT, behind the scenes work, just saving the kids.
Okay.
And Tom, I think you might want to,
All right, I'm Tom B. I do a little bit of everything. I've been here for about 3 years, and the big man himself, Tommy.
I don't know if you guys know me. I'm Tommy. I've been here almost since day one. But yeah, welcome, guys. We appreciate you guys, and I appreciate you guys. Tom, Judd, Emily, Mortal, Dustin. This is just part of the team, you guys. We got an amazing team, but these are the people behind a lot of it. This is probably there's a lot of very important people, but this is the people that are every day along with other people. But just wanted them to introduce themselves real quick before we get on with the show tonight. I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Hell yeah. What are we going to cover tonight, Tommy?
A little bit of everything. I think tonight is I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think tonight's to show for a lot of people back in the day or even current say it doesn't matter. It's not a real child, right? It's not a real child. And I think you're going to see tonight, you guys, we are showing you 2 catches, 2. But there's more. I think we were talking about this today, Tom, on our call. How many of these people haven't been caught since we caught them? How many do you think?
Plenty.
More than been caught, right?
Yeah, I'll kick out some stats for that later on. And I just want everybody to get a feel for what's going on. I mean, you got these people out there, and here's just one of the stats for you. The average sex offender offends 192 times in his lifetime. Now, that's just an insane number. Think about that. So you go out there, Tommy, and you catch this guy. And tonight's guys, one is an RSO. He was an RSO when we caught him. And he was a 2-time RSO when we caught him.
Caught 2 times.
But 2 times before we got to him. So you guys are all familiar with the Billy Denny, and I hope everybody got a chance and the opportunity to watch the premieres on Locals or YouTube or Kick, because it's really kind of that important for the show. We're going to play some of the stuff here. It's going to be a slightly condensed version for time reasons. We don't want to keep everybody here until midnight, so we just can't go over all of them. But we picked 2 cases, and the 2 cases are they're going to show exactly what we've been saying all along. That, yeah, we may be only decoys, but you know what, though? These guys don't care. They want any kid, and we're taking the place of that kid. So that, to me, is it's an important part of the understanding of what we do when we do it. So I don't know if you guys are ready. We'll jump right in and we'll go right to. Go ahead.
Absolutely. And they are. It is just a decoy. It's only a decoy, you guys, because it wasn't a real child. And I see in the comment there somebody says there's no way that stat's true. I agree with you. It sounds crazy. That's the stats they can prove. That's what they put all their data together and they can prove. I think it's way off. Sadly, it's way off in a negative way.
I will say this. That's not my stat.
I wish it wasn't. I mean, I know it's not.
I wish it was a fake stat to begin with. But the point is, it's absolutely a true stat. And, there are so many stats out there. And think about this one. Like one of the stats that's always going around is somewhere right around 80% of these crimes go unreported. How do you figure out how many go unreported?
Make that make sense.
Ask people, have you ever been SA'd? And then if they say yes, did you ever report it? So it's not a true sampling.
It's not.
But when you look at these guys and you realize that this is a pattern. And as you'll see with Billy, and I'll go over his timeline of what happened later on, Billy Denny was caught at least 4, if not 5 times. Actually, 5 times minimum. So he was caught 5 times.
Starting at 13.
How many times was he not caught? And how many times did he offend with the same person? So those stats are actually on point, and I wish they weren't, but they are. And that's one of the reasons why we do what we do.
They're probably low.
They're probably on the low side, just like the 80% number. I'm betting it's more like 98% go unreported. And the average age for reporting, I believe, is a little over 50 years old. So that means that they've lived a lifetime of trauma before they report. And they finally are able to report after 30, 40, however many years. So it's crazy to think that, but those are true stats.
Yeah.
So whenever you're ready, we'll jump right in.
I'm ready.
Anybody else have anything before we jump in? All right.
Nah, let's get it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Why again? What did I do this time? You know what you did. No, I'm not doing anything this time.
Dude, yesterday?
What?
You were supposed to meet yesterday.
I never met anybody.
You didn't. You know
No.
that. I know you didn't.
No, I didn't.
But the felonies are committed when you set up the meet,
I
man.
never planned to meet him. I never went to meet him. I canceled that. That was never a
You
plan.
didn't cancel. Twice you were trying to come, though. I know.
No,
Relax.
it
Relax.
never
Relax.
happened.
Relax.
I was
Isn't
never
that-
going to do
It's crazy, bro. Okay, so I told you last time. The felony is committed when you talk sexual to a child.
I never talked sexual
Bro,
to her.
I have the book, man. I
never
have the
talked
book.
sexual to her.
Dude, you did talk sexual.
When?
Okay.
I avoided-
When you told her you would give her an orgasm, she said, "What's an
No,
orgasm?"
I did not.
You said when you go down
Let
on
me
her
see. Let me
pussy.
see. No, when
Dude,
let me
grab
see.
your phone. Open
Yeah,
it. Get
please.
this.
Let me see.
I don't-
Yeah. I want to see this. Okay. I did not say anything like that.
This is our second time catching
Do you
Billy,
play with yourself
everybody.
at all, 13-year-old? Okay.
When was this?
LOL, like giving you an orgasm.
When was this?
How are you gonna give me that? I'm gonna play with your pussy.
When the fuck was this?
What do you mean? That was like 4
We
days
can tell
ago,
you the
buddy.
exact date and
Please.
time right there.
Right there, buddy.
Please tell
All right.
me.
Yeah.
What can I do?
What are you doing, man?
I don't.
You've been arrested for this.
You know what it is?
And the only reason why we called the police on you last time is because you wouldn't call your roommate your girl.
Yeah. Who do you want me to call this time?
Kara. Or what is
We're
her
not
name?
together. We're not
Who's your roommate?
I'm living in a sober living house right
All right, well, good. Are you getting better?
now. I relapsed.
Yeah, okay.
I relapsed.
Yeah?
I got high.
What are you doing here, man?
That's drugs.
You like kids.
No,
So you
it's-
were on drugs yesterday? So you relapsed and are you on drugs today?
I'm sober. Today is my first day sober. I relapsed about a week ago.
A week ago? On what?
Meth.
Yeah, okay. Gotta get rid of that too.
I'm
But
done
do you
with
think meth makes you like little kids, man?
it's the only time I ever do anything like that.
Dude,
it's the only
Do you know we've talked to you several times? You just didn't set a meet. So you talked to a bunch of
It's what
13-year-olds.
happens when I get high. I don't know what it is. I have no.
So how do we stop that? Dude, you already had sex with your sister.
I know. The biggest problem is.
So let's just point this out. The reason why when he gets high, he goes and touches kids or reaches out to kids or tries to reach out to kids is just because that drug lowers a little bit of the inhibition. You know, that's all it is. It has nothing to do with the drug. It has everything to do with the fact that when he's sober and in his right mind, and I don't believe it for a second. I still think that while he's sober, he's doing it. But the point being that he has the meth has nothing to do with him being a pedophile. Him being a pedophile is what's causing him to be a pedophile.
So the perfect example, when my situation happened, the detective called me and the excuse was it was the drugs. And the detective said something that sticks with me today. He says we have two issues. We have a drug addict and a chomo on our hands. It's just that simple. They like to blame it on the drugs. I do think it makes him a little more brave or a little more whatever, but it's absolutely two problems. He's an addict, and he's clearly, like you said today, Tom, he is the perfect example, picture board definition of a child predator right there.
Agreed. All right.
And I also agree the drugs enhanced maybe his feeling, right? But people realize this is the second time that we have caught Billy. Like we're not premiering the first time here. This is the second time that we've caught him. And he's on drugs here clearly, but the first time he wasn't on drugs. So the drugs enhanced him.
He absolutely was. He was.
Yeah, no, he's definitely, he's been high the entire time. Bottom line is it's two problems.
Tommy nailed it. It's two problems, separate, but the same person. So, all right, let's move on.
The drugs. If I can.
Were you on drugs when you had sex with your sister?
That was a whole fucked up.
I know it is, and we talked about that. But dude, this is again, man. And you didn't show up yesterday. You're right. But that doesn't matter. The only reason why we didn't come here yesterday is because you weren't working yesterday. Where's your Jeep at?
It's broken.
Is it really broken?
It's really
you were
broken.
telling the truth?
Yeah, it's really broken.
Were you getting it fixed that day?
No.
You weren't even getting it fixed?
Nope.
So you just think it's okay to just joke with these girls about talking about giving them orgasms and fingering their pussies and
when I'm high, honest to God, I like I said, yesterday I wasn't high.
You've lost a lot of weight.
I know I have.
You're doing a lot of dope, huh?
No, I went to prison. And I've been
What'd you go to prison for?
The warrant.
For the sexual assault?
Yeah.
What was the sexual assault for?
It was same thing. I was getting high and talking to an underage girl.
Fuck, man.
If I stay sober, I'm good.
Do you get a warrant now?
No. It's when I'm high.
So when you're high, it's okay to fuck kids?
No.
Of course not.
I know it's not. I don't know.
You gotta get help, man.
I know I do.
Are you getting help?
Yeah.
You have a counselor?
Yes.
You can call her?
I had to cancel my first meeting with her yesterday.
So you haven't had a first meeting yet?
No, but I can show you. I can show you if you want. Let me go in here.
How many kids are you talking to right now?
No.
It's false. It's false. We talked to you on a couple of accounts.
Really?
Yes,
okay.
Man.
You know what? How about this? Watch this.
I don't care. I don't want you to erase nothing.
I want to erase it.
Why?
Because.
What if you do meth tonight?
Because I'm not going to.
You have an addiction problem, bro. A relapse is a relapse. You don't mean to relapse, right?
No.
Okay,
no.
so how are we going to stop you from fucking touching children, man?
Same. Because I'm working with. I admitted to my sober living house that I had a relapse. Okay. He's working with me on that. We're getting me into NA, AA, that kind of shit.
So you're living in a sober living now? Yes. Who's your? Could you call them?
Sure.
Tell them what you're out, dude. This is crazy, man. And I know you didn't meet yesterday.
No.
But you.
First of all, I do have to say this: that the first catch was decoyed by PCI, and they did a fantastic job. And they brought it to Tommy because it was just outside of their area. And I think Tommy did a great job on the first catch. It was in a very good police district. The first catch happened in February of 22. At that point, he was already a registered sex offender. And as you heard him talking about his sister, he had sex with his sister when he was 13 and she was 10. He was not high on meth. He was just a pedophile. Period. That's it. What do you think, Tommy?
No, you're 100% correct. He is. I don't know his story. I don't know nothing about him, but this guy he's a true born. I said today that he is a sex offender, and Tom's like, no, dude, he's a child predator. And I said, well, there's no adults, you guys. that we know of. It's all children. Like, this guy thrives off of children. It's insane. He is. Tom says he's the worst ever, and then he was wait. He's not the worst ever, but again, I go back to the poster child. This is him. This is him.
So he got caught the first time by us. He was in a very good district. He was already on probation. They violated his probation.
For sexual assault.
For a sexual assault.
We don't know about that one, right?
He said it was the police sting. I look, I'm not a lawyer. Typically, a sexual assault needs a person. So even an attempted sexual assault, you need an actual victim. Could it have been considered an attempted sexual assault by the police department? Yeah, I guess it could be.
Anthony,
he said it was a police sting. So after that violation of his probation, they sent him to jail until that November. We caught him this time on May of 23. So
he had a good question from YouTube.
Yeah, no, I saw that. I'm gonna respond once I can see it. I got you though. Thank you.
May of 23. It just boggles the mind that he gets out and living in sober living. He's high as a kite and reaching out to little kids, violating his probation left, right, and center, and nothing happens. And he went into sober living at least 2, if not 3 times that we know of. That we know of. How many times are we going to say, hey, you know what? This guy's not a problem. Let's just go ahead and let him live in sober living. And we'll just keep putting him out right back onto the streets to violate again. And you'll see some of that in this video. And I think that it comes up. Emily, if you go ahead and read the question because I can't see it.
I got it. I was getting ready to. I was just waiting for you guys to. So we don't know, you guys, but what I think happened, and again, this is me assuming, is when he was arrested in Broomfield, they technically arrested him that day for sexual assault, but we don't know what, right? It was just sexual assault. He had a warrant for sexual assault, right?
He had, I believe the warrant was a failure to register. I don't know what the question is.
On a sexual assault. Basically, the guy's like, how did he get out? So what happened is he went to Broomfield jail, got transferred to, I don't remember if it was Arapahoe County or whatever. This is back in the day, you guys, when Broomfield wasn't taking our cases 100% at the time. Actually, I don't even know if they were prosecuting him at that time. I think they were, but it was hit or miss, right? Depending on what we heard. So I think what happened, and it's my opinion, he went there, did what they needed him to do for their failure to register. It was failure to register on a sexual assault, and then he was gone for a while.
Right.
And I think he was locked up for, I could only assume, months until we caught him again. So we don't know why he was let go. You guys, a lot of these guys get let go. Even when they get charged and convicted, they get let go. They get let go. It's just, he didn't get any years. He got months, you guys, months. But we'll
so is that what that question says? How many years did he get?
No. That's the new one. The question was, why did they let him go in Broomfield? Well, that's
okay.
Why.
So they let him go in Broomfield because the police arrest on the warrant. Once the police arrest, it goes to the DA. The DA turns around and says, hey, you know what? This guy really just has a drug problem. So at that point, he was waiting for a bed in the sober living house, which, if I'm not mistaken, I know that at some point, depending on whether he's found indigent or not, he may have to pay part of, but taxpayers are paying for this.
Yeah.
Taxpayers are paying for him to go to a sober living house. So he's sitting in a sober living house with his brand new phone, and he's got access to the internet while he's in that sober living house. He's hitting up little kids online. And it's a failure in the system all the way around, because you have a probation officer who's obviously not checking up on his usage of his cell phone. All right. He just said, today is my first day sober, but he's living in a sober living house. So how is today his first day sober? I'm sure he didn't move in that morning. He's been living at that address because we found him there.
Yeah.
So the point is nobody's checking up on these people. And I'm not laying blame on any particular department or at any particular person's feet
I
unless
will.
I know about it. But I will say this. This guy is high every time that we catch him. There's zero chance that he's not high. And or at least coming down off of being high yesterday. So why is it that the taxpayers are footing the bill so that we can put a meth head pedophile back out on the street to put the community at risk, to put the children at risk? It just boggles the mind. It's a system failure at almost every level.
Here's another great question from Marty B. Is Colorado in general just soft on predators?
I'll answer that. Absolutely not, you guys. Absolutely not. If you watch any other catchers, which I do and I have, it's common. I never knew the word deferred sentence. Never. I was watching a channel. I'm not going to say the name. They're very successful on a different platform. And they had 8 cases up that they were raving about. And I chuckled when I went in there because it was 2 years of deferred sentence. This guy got 2 years, but time served. And they were proud of it, which as they should be. It's not Colorado. Now, is there other states that probably push harder? We're fixing to find out, right? We got some Florida cases. We got some cases that we're watching. I don't think it's Colorado. I think Colorado's a part of the problem, maybe worse than most. Arizona just finally got their lifetime. You can go to prison for life. As my brother-in-law got 20 years. It now is life. I don't think it's Colorado, but I do think Colorado is a problem.
I don't think that it's just Colorado.
It's not.
But it's a problem everywhere. And that is part of the problem. And as you'll see, the deferred sentencing doesn't work. All right. And what it really boils down to is, are you going to get caught in that 2-year sentence?
And I want to go off that. Tom taught me this, actually. The deferred sentence, you guys, a lot of times we get pissed off about, and Tom brings a positive light to that. They make it really hard on these guys to where they have to go through some like probation and stuff like that. So a lot, like he said, are they going to get caught in that 4 years? Are they going to get caught in that 2 years? A lot of these guys can't last. I said 3 days. Tom said 30 days.
True.
They can't last. So at least they're being watched for the 2 or 4 years. I would say, I don't know the percentage. A lot of them are not going to make it. Now that all comes back on the table, plus their new charges, and we might actually, as you're going to see, get some prison time.
Yeah, and I will say this. Look, I don't care who the catching team is. If you're getting convictions, that's the catcher doing an outstanding job.
Facts.
All right? Because if you're getting a conviction, you had to pass the scrutiny between a police department that probably doesn't want civilians doing their job to a detective who's going to go over that case with a fine-tooth comb and say, hey, you know what? I need to make sure that the burden of evidence or the burden of proof is here. I need to make sure that we have a good solid meat. I need to make sure that the pred is the one that got sexual first, and go all the way down the line. And everything is met at the detective. Then it goes to a DA. That DA turns around and says, you know what? I got to go through this and make sure that everything that I need to prove this case in court is good. Then it goes to a judge, and that judge is going to really dole out the sentence. Typically, they do go with the DA's deferred sentence, the DA's plea deal. However, I have seen judges that have said, no, that's just not going to work for me. So anybody who's getting any kind of conviction as a catcher, a civilian group, you know what? My hat's off to them.
Absolutely. You guys,
my hat's off.
If you take a case from CPP and you take a case from Detective Johnson at Broomfield Police Department, I promise you our case has to be substantially better than the case that from their detectives. I promise you guys. It is a lot harder for them to take a case from us than they would a detective. And I promise you that's the case. We have to be absolutely perfect to where sometimes they don't necessarily have to be perfect because we're a civilian group. We're not law enforcement. They do not want to hold their hat on a loss, trial because of a civilian group. So it's harder for us, or as Tom's saying, other catching teams. If they're getting convictions, I don't care what they're doing. Like you said, hats off to them.
All right.
A deferred sentence is basically if they give you a 4-year deferred sentence, which is pretty common, as long as you do everything you're supposed to do and you do not reoffend or get in trouble or violate, that sentence actually gets, I believe, sealed and tossed.
It just gets tossed. It doesn't even get sealed. It gets
gone. It's gone.
It's gone.
So, yeah.
So yeah, and that's just a technicality in terms like what you just said, sealed as opposed to expunged. Expunged means that you go and you take their actual physical copy of the case and walk out and you leave. Sealed means that nobody else can see it unless they get a warrant to break the seal on it. But once it's expunged, it's gone. You take that paperwork with you. So you look at these people and you have judges giving out deferred sentences on a fairly regular basis. And some of that is because of DAs requesting that as a plea deal. Do they feel like this guy could be a member of society that's really worthwhile again? You know what? That's a deferred sentence. That's what you're doing. But when you have somebody who's already proven that they're not able to control their sexual desires with a child, there's no reason to give that person a deferred sentence.
No.
That's my opinion.
No, it's facts, dude. There's no reason.
All right, so let's play a little bit more of this.
Yeah, let's get it.
The what was it last Thursday? You kept telling her you're coming.
And I never intended on it. To be honest with you, I had no intentions on it.
So why keep telling her that?
I don't.
You gotta figure the fuck out, man. This is crazy. Now we're at your work. You said your career and you're about. You told this girl you wanted to be with her for life. You said you loved her.
What? You were talking to that girl since May 12th. Were you on drugs the whole time?
You said you loved her, man, and you said that you didn't want her to get her a job. You were gonna work because you have a good career.
I don't remember saying
that. Makes it worse, bro.
No, trust me,
worse.
I know it does. Why do you think I'm out here talking to you guys?
Because you know how this goes, bro. You know how this goes. Dude, you're a fucking you're at best a hemophile, man. You like kids. You can't blame the drugs. You're releasing your inner person when you're on drugs. You're allowing
when
it.
I'm sober, I don't want.
You fight the urge.
No,
when you're sober?
I don't deal with. I don't talk to.
But when you're high, can you get adults?
Yeah, of course I can.
Then what the fuck is the
I
kid
don't
thing?
fucking know. I don't fucking know. Nobody's
out, right?
been able to give me an answer.
Are you just attracted to little girls?
No.
When you're high. 13-year-olds are little girls, man.
They are. Yeah, I agree. I don't know what it is. If I had like I told you, if I had an honest answer, I would give you an honest.
How long did you go to prison for?
A year.
So you just got out?
Yeah, in November.
So you just got out?
And I started getting high.
So when we had you arrested last time, you hadn't got out? You never got out?
No, I didn't get out till November this year.
You were in for a solid year?
Yeah.
Did Broomfield transfer you to Denver County?
Jeffco.
Oh, to Jeffco? Yeah. When was the sexual assault for? 2019?
18.
2018? Did you get charged in 2019?
19. No, 18. Or it was 18 and
so did you get another registered sex offender charge?
And 18.
So you're a 3-time
registered?
No.
2
times. 2. Yeah. You should be 4, man. So what happened with Broomfield? They didn't charge you?
They didn't charge me.
So you gotta fucking break, man.
I need serious drug help. That's the biggest thing.
Dude, you know what? I don't care if you're smoking meth. I care if you're fucking talking to the kids.
I know. And
you look like a different person. I couldn't recognize you.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It looks like you're fucking doped up. You're saggy, bro. Everything's like, I'm serious. But you've been using, you admit it.
Yeah, for the last week or so.
How do you keep just only for a week?
Yeah, no.
I thought you said as soon as you got out of prison.
No, it's been, let's see. I've stayed sober for the first few months I was out. And then I had one relapse. I got high for a couple of days.
Did you go after a little girl that time too? Probably.
No, I didn't have my phone. And then I started getting high about 2 weeks ago. About 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Every day?
Yeah.
While you're at work the whole day? All night?
No.
Just at night?
At night.
Are you getting any sleep?
I hadn't been sleeping.
What made you stop yesterday to not come? What made you stop?
Sobriety.
But you weren't sober yesterday.
Yeah, well, I didn't use yesterday.
Bullshit. He didn't go that day because he had no car, he had no money because he spent it all on meth.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he didn't show up.
Okay. Still feeling the effects though?
Oh yeah, a little bit. Like I told you, I had no intentions of going anyway. I don't know. There was no intention to go. No.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter in Colorado, man.
I understand.
How many times have you actually had sex with children?
Never.
Well,
Never.
you did. Your sister's a child.
I was a child too.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a child. I was 13.
Ooh.
Yeah, we were children when that happened. I wasn't a.
But you notice that that age stayed the same, but you keep getting older. So for the sexual assault, did you have sex with that child?
No.
What was it?
It was a sting. It was
Just like this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it police?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you've been caught in a sting 3 times. You know, there's another team that is talked to you too.
Okay.
Like, it's just how many, man? That's what I want to know.
The thing is like I said, when I'm high, I've never.
Sorry, what was that, Tommy?
He said the sting is. He meant to say thing.
Yeah, I will tell you that what you said in that clip right there, that he keeps getting older, but they stay the same.
Yeah.
Absolutely 100% the truth. 100% the truth. And I don't think he was smoking meth at 13.
No. Yeah, he pisses me off, you guys. This guy does. This guy's, yeah, he pisses me off.
Yeah, if you guys missed the full premiere on this, you should really go watch the full premiere, because I think this is probably one of the best times with Tommy and Cooley interacting with the Pred. They just hammered this guy.
His phone's ringing, dude. The phone at the work's ringing. Can you hold for 1 second?
I'm freaking out, man.
It was great. F his feelings, man. F his feelings.
And we might have cut a lot of that out, but I mean, that's because we're here to talk about a little bit of a more serious issue. But this catch was comedic gold. As if there's ever comedy to be found in catching predators, there was a lot of it in this catch.
It beats the lawyer catch, you guys. I don't know. I think it does.
I think so too.
Actually had sex with a child.
But you want to.
I don't think I could go through with it. That is why I've never actually done anything. Do you mind if I smoke a cigarette while
No,
we're talking?
smoke a cigarette. You told this 13-year-old that you're going to make her smile. You wanted to kiss her, take her camping, and give her an orgasm. She
Kiss
said, what's
that
an
mouth.
orgasm? You said, I'm going to play with your pussy. Do you play with yourself?
See, you know what the sad thing is? I don't remember saying that. If I did, right now, dude.
Did you erase it?
No.
Then you have it on your phone.
You know who would remember that, Billy, as a kid?
Yeah.
How's it feel being a predator, like ripping souls out of children every time you get high? Does that feel good?
No.
Are you concerned that one of their parents is going to show up to your work sometime? Do you think they're going to show up with cameras, Billy? Do you think they're going to call the police on you, Billy?
How's it going, man?
Huh?
I was high.
You were high then too?
Oh, fuck yeah, I was
You
high.
said you weren't at all.
I was high as a goddamn kite. I'm not going to lie to you now. I was high as a goddamn kite. I was just trying to avoid.
But do you think people that smoke meth like children?
No,
Or do you think you... Yes. How are you going to fix that, man? Like I said, are you on probation, parole? Parole?
It's something I am addressing.
Yeah, it looks like you're doing a fucking fantastic job, Billy.
I got an idea. He should call his parole officer.
That's a good idea.
Let me call her.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, I like accountability. Certainly like accountability.
Okay. Let me see if I can get a hold of her. I'll leave her a voicemail. How's that work if she doesn't answer?
That's fine.
Actually, do you guys mind if I go grab my wallet?
Grab whatever you want, man. We're not law enforcement.
I know.
The only reason why we called on you last time is you wouldn't call anybody.
Yeah. No, I have no problem. And I got that. That's why I'm working with you guys. I was high as a fucking kite last time.
You're not high today.
Dude, nobody cares that you get high. Plenty of people get high without trying to destroy children's lives.
That's why this is a different person than you guys dealt with last time.
This is the same motherfucker.
No. I mean, that you're talking to.
Okay.
That
Again, you're a salesman, man. You're gonna say what you want us to hear, but dude, you're out there fucking hurting our children.
Let me be right back.
They have kids? These employees? It's scary, man. 13. It means
English. What would you like me to say?
the truth.
Okay.
So you're getting
As you know it.
Yeah.
Trying to have sex with children.
Aren't you getting drug tested? Or no?
She hasn't. That's why.
You got lucky. And again, we're not here for drugs, man. Yeah.
Hi, Officer Garrett. This is William Denny. Can you please give me a call back ASAP? 712.
Nothing wrong.
But I did. In your this
In my
way-
eyes.
Yes.
Not your eyes. Told you.
You're right. No. In my eyes, I did something wrong too. Now, that's one.
Answer.
See what they say?
Jesus, I can't.
Yeah, you're probably not gonna be able to use your phone again. Guys, stop calling so we can get a hold of his probation officer or parole officer.
Okay. Now,
how you feeling right now, man? Look
like
what you put
shit.
yourself. You're at your job. You think you're gonna lose your job?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
You think you should? Do people leave their kids in that lobby?
They don't.
No.
I've been out of Midas before with my kids.
Is there any way?
Yeah. There
How?
is.
Her. Hello? No, I'm not going to be able to get a hold of her like that. Is there any way we can avoid the police?
No.
Please?
No.
Please. Seriously. No, I'm doing everything you guys have asked
Why don't
me
you go
to
tell
do.
all your employees that you like little kids? Because they got kids, don't they?
One of them does.
That'll be a
How old are their
start.
kids?
He's like 6.
How low does it go?
That's
When you're high, how low does it
13
go?
is the youngest I've ever
13 is the young.
Yeah, 13 is the youngest.
But when you were 13, how old was your sister?
10.
10. Okay.
Is there any way we can avoid the police? Like, seriously.
Yeah, quit hunting kids.
No, that.
Dude, you want to rip the soul out of a child and avoid police? No.
I don't.
How about no?
I don't.
How about no?
When I'm sober, this is nothing I even think about.
Dude, you know what? I have friends that have been, same problem as you, same issue, and they've never touched children.
That's
They've
a
never
monster
tried to
right
touch
there.
children.
I've never tried. I never would. That's why I never went to meet her.
Dude, mentally, you were fucking this girl. You were talking about having her
Jesus.
masturbate.
I'm gonna have to do something.
You're gonna have to shut it off. Maybe you can call your parole officer with your work phone.
Let me try that.
That's a good idea. I'd just shut it off.
I can't because her number's in here. Let me try that.
Sorry, guys. I should have been quicker on the mute button.
Hey guys, stop calling him so he can call his parole officer. We really want his parole officer.
Shit. It's dead. It's not ringing out here.
I guess we'll just wait for the policia.
No, seriously.
You don't have no warrants though, right?
I don't think so. No.
You don't think so or you do? I don't want to call the police if you have warrants.
I think I do.
You do? Why do you always have warrants? What's this warrant for?
I don't.
Failure to register?
No. I'm on my registration. I'm on that shit.
Yeah, they're big on that, aren't they?
Oh, I am too.
Yeah, he's huge on it. That's why he keeps getting jammed up on it.
For failure to register.
It's actually one of the charges he has pending right now. All right. Can somebody read that question? I can't.
It's from Catch That Creep. How much self-discipline does it take to stand there and listen to the bouncing idiot?
Just been doing it so long. I mean, this guy wasn't hard. It was, I mean, not that we were trying to be funny. He's just such a fucking idiot. But it's just, I guess, just maybe the more catches you do, you've heard it all. Nothing rarely shocks you. It still happens, but we just heard it so much. Same shit, different fucking toilet.
Yeah, we did take out about 45 minutes of his phone just blowing up.
Both phones.
And both phones, and him just losing his mind the whole time. He's walking around, he's all methed up.
Breaking the fuck out.
Yeah. All right. And once again, and I apologize. I mean, I know a lot of people look at us and go, you guys are laughing, but this guy is an absolute monster. And I think part of it is you have to laugh when you do what we do, or else you're not going to get through the day.
You're going to make it.
It's not going to happen. So I apologize if it seems like it's off color laughing at this guy, but it's kind of how we get by.
And real quick, I look at it like we're laughing at him and just like seeing him, his face, he's scared. He doesn't think this is funny, you guys. If he had his glasses off, he's losing his soul right now. What do you think that child would have felt? We're watching him go through something so small compared to what that child would go through. And it's, I mean, payback's a bitch, karma's a bitch. It's not enough, but this little bit feeds me personally. And Cooley's told me this before too, to see these guys go through it. What would he have done to that child? How scared would she have been? He's shitting himself right now.
Both you and Cooley were hitting on all cylinders on this catch too. I mean, you just hammered this guy. It
was wild.
All right, back to it.
Hold yourself accountable, don't you?
For the most part, I try to. I really do, honestly.
Your brain likes 13-year-olds, man. That's wrong, dude.
Yes.
We're at your work. We didn't want to come here. You know, if you'd have showed up with your number, dude.
What can I do to avoid going?
Stop touching kids.
Done.
Okay.
Done.
Yeah.
100%.
Done? We're not going to see you again?
No, you're never going to see me again. You'll never.
That's
hear from me.
exactly what he said before.
Here's a
Let me show you something, man.
Okay.
Let me show you something.
No, here's a promise from me to you guys. You will never hear from me again. You'll never see me again. You'll never have anything to do with me.
You think
ever
kids
again.
grow on trees, man?
I don't.
A parent raised that child for 13
I know
years with love and care, and you want to destroy that in a day,
No.
Billy? And you don't think we should call the police? Monsters exist, Billy, and you're one of them.
You know what this is?
Oh my God. What is that?
That's you, man.
When?
You
The
don't remember
last
that
time we
either?
caught you.
Oh my God, that was last time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Look how fucking high I was.
Look how fat you were.
Jesus.
You're doing
Christ.
more dope now.
Jesus.
You
Christ.
told me then you would never do it again.
And then I start getting high again.
You went to jail for a
And
year.
then I start getting high again.
No, you're not taking
I'm-
kid raping drugs,
I will
man.
never.
I don't
Okay,
buy it.
I'll tell you guys right now. This is a promise from me to you. Whatever it's gonna take on my end for you.
If I can talk to your parole officer right now,
Sure.
that'd be good.
I don't know how I'm gonna make that happen.
Maybe you can borrow one of your coworkers' phones. I don't know. Maybe you go inside and get her to come down. Or
You
something.
should
I
have
don't
thought of that before you made the choices in life that you did,
Kind of
Billy.
don't feel bad. I mean, I wish they weren't calling your phone so we could get shit done. But you know what? At the same time,
like
you
okay,
do this.
like I said, is there any way we can avoid the police coming?
Is this your Friday?
No. I don't know how I'm gonna get a hold of you guys. I really don't.
Just say, the police will get a hold of her.
No, I have to get a hold of her.
Well, the police will get a hold of her too.
No,
So let's just take a little bit of a tally here. The first catch, PCI's decoy, was 14 years old. He swore that that's as low as he would go, even though he was with his 10-year-old sister. But he was young. He was a kid. He was high. He was all sorts of things. But 14 was as low as he would go. And he swore that he was never going to do this again. So, like, now he's saying the same exact thing, except this decoy was 13 years old. And now 13 is as low as he could go. I have no doubt in my mind he would go into single digits.
Yeah,
This
that's
guy-
fucking scary. That's fucking scary. You're
Real
right.
prep.
Real quick, you guys.
Rapo County
Dubs.
Police will get-
Real quick,
Sorry.
Dubs, thank you for the 2, Travis for the 10, ADHD for the 3, and Gina for the 10. We're rolling. We're good. Just wanted to.
Thank you.
shout
Thank you.
get a hold of her.
can you guys give me a little, please?
This is the second time
I
you're
know.
a 4-time registered sex offender now. But you should be 4. 4 13-year-olds, man, and a 10-year-old.
Okay. Can you come over here and like?
Yeah.
Is there,
Yes.
okay. I've done what you guys have asked me to do. I did exactly what you guys asked me to do. You want?
Actually, I asked you not to talk to children
No, you did. But I've done everything you guys have asked me to do today.
today.
Yes, I called my parole officer. I left her voicemail.
Right.
I can't send her a text message because I'm getting blown up. What more can I do so I can finish my job?
I mean, that's our only option. I don't know how you're gonna make that happen. But she needs to know. You're out
I
here.
know.
You're on parole for children,
I know.
and you're meeting children.
You're
Trying
right.
to,
No, you're-
attempting.
right.
I am right. I know I'm right.
I
Shouldn't have a phone. Are you allowed to have
yes,
internet?
Yes, I am.
You're allowed to be on dating sites?
No, not that.
So that's another violation.
Can you guys come back or can I give you my home address and you come to the house later?
We already have your
We
home
would've-
address.
If you'd have showed up yesterday, it would have been a lot easier. But you fucked with the child.
Can
You fucked with her head twice.
Can you guys
It cost us a lot of fucking time.
Can you guys please maybe come to the house later or something so I can get through the day
You
here?
get through the day. We'll just wait for the police.
No.
You don't want the police here?
No, I don't.
Why? Because your ass will go to jail. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back
Yeah.
to prison for you, old Billy. You deserve it. You're a scumbag, man. And I'm sorry. And I shouldn't say that, but you
No.
are a scumbag.
Is there anything I can do to avoid
Yes.
this? What is that?
Stop touching children.
Done.
Done.
Never touched a child in my life.
So you want to erase the 2 that you already done? You want to
I've
erase the
never
2?
touched one. I touched my sister. That's the only one I touched.
Fucking.
That's the only one that actually was.
That's solid, bro. Your
No,
poor
I
sister.
touched-
How is your sister today?
We don't.
I hope you
know.
don't talk.
I don't-
I hope she's okay.
I
I
don't
bet you
think so.
fucked her mind too. I bet you she's going through issues.
She is.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. Did she force you to do it? No.
How about you go to prison today,
No.
and then
No.
you,
We'll talk
you
about it
quit
later.
you quit touching kids, and then we're
We won't
square.
come back. We won't
yeah,
come back.
we won't
Okay.
come back.
We won't come back.
As
That's
long as
a
you
good
quit,
deal.
as long
you
as you
guys
quit
get-
talking
can
to
you guys
children.
get-
Did you hear what he said? He's got a good deal.
Can you guys get?
Did you hear him?
Okay.
Did you hear him?
I did.
What did he say? What did he say? If you're right, you get a couple points. What did he say?
I am so scrambled right now, you guys. Give me.
What did he say?
That I go to prison today and you guys never see me again.
As long as you don't talk to kids again.
Right.
That's a good idea.
You just gotta stop.
Fucking brilliant.
That,
Fucking brilliant.
Can you guys get these people to stop blowing me up so I can?
Guys, please stop blowing him up so he can call his
Please?
parole officer. Pretty please. Pretty pedo, please.
Please.
Pretty pedo, please.
Please.
Yeah.
Give us a few minutes, guys, so we can call his parole officer and say that he's a pedophile and he likes little kids.
Jesus, please.
Please, guys. Please stop calling him. He's got to call his parole officer. Then you can call him all day.
Call me
ASAP.
ASAP.
But don't call him because that would be naughty.
Yeah.
ASAP. I
Like
need
children.
to talk to you right now. Here, text message sent. So you have proof.
Why does it say restricted? It says jail.
That says restricted the incoming. Hello? Hello? No, that was that. No.
Why did it say jail?
It didn't. It
saw
said
it said
restricted.
jail in the top
No, it
right
just said
corner.
restricted. Yeah,
You
it just said,
You got children pictures on
No.
there? When you're high, do you
No.
look up little kitties?
No.
No?
No.
You sure?
I'm positive. I'm positive. Yeah,
Is that the same phone that you had last time?
Yeah, no, different phone. Different phone.
What'd your baby mama think about this? Can you call her?
We don't talk.
What did you ever see your kid? Damn, you're just an all-around winner, aren't you? Winner!
Oh shit.
She calling?
Oh shit. Hold on. Called your parole officer. Okay. So I called your called your parole officer. I called my parole officer too. I did everything I can.
Yeah. I mean, and that's not enough for me.
That's not enough.
Might be enough for
either.
Blue. No,
Nope.
he says no.
Absolutely
He
not.
says no. I like your idea. Yours is a good idea.
Yeah.
Go to prison today.
No. Is there any? Like I said, okay? Can I call my district manager? And is there anybody else I can call?
I mean,
and speak to?
if I worked here, I would probably call my district manager and say, hey, I got some weird guys with cameras out here and I can't work right now. Can you come take over for the day? That's what I would do.
That's not gonna happen.
No.
No. Can I? Is there any?
You
way,
are fucked.
Is there any?
You
way,
are fucked.
Is there any way I can call him? Tell him.
Who's him?
My district manager.
Oh.
And be like, hey man, this is the situation. I fucked up. These guys are here. This is what I did.
Yeah, you can call him. You can call him.
Would that get you guys to leave?
I mean, we're gonna leave either way.
No. Without calling the cops. Would that? If I
better
call,
chance.
Okay,
Better chance.
Okay.
Not a guarantee, but better chance.
No.
I don't do guarantees. You guarantee I would never meet you again last time.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
You said I will never meet you again. I will never do this again. You said you scared me straight.
So
I can show. We can watch the video together.
no, we don't.
You got a soda machine inside?
No.
We can get sodas and watch this in the lobby room.
What would you like me to tell my district manager?
You just said you had an idea of what to tell him.
No, I'm.
I mean, you got some guys here that are recording you because you tried to. set
Tell
up
them
a
every
sexual
time you
relationship
get
with a child.
high, you try and set up sexual relationships with children and destroy them.
I mean, that's what you told us. I don't know.
And because of you recently doing that, there's a couple of weird guys here with cameras.
Can you get these guys to stop calling me?
Guys, stop calling. He's trying to call his boss. Seriously.
Okay.
It's not people that like us. It's people that dislike pedos.
I understand that. I understand. So now
This is gonna be a lifetime thing.
I know.
You got to change that
I
number.
know. I realize. What can I tell him
The truth.
that would make you guys satisfied? That would get you guys?
I told you I'm not guaranteeing you nothing. I like accountability. I
Yeah.
love accountability.
Okay.
You wouldn't be accountable last time, so I hit the
No,
button.
no, you're right. You're right.
right.
Actually, you know what? I know who I'm going to call. I'm going to
He
call.
wasn't accountable at all. last
Not at
time.
all.
And then he lied and
Lied the
said
whole
he would
time.
quit reaching out to children.
Yep, here we go. I'm calling my boss, Javier.
Javier?
Yes.
Javier have kids?
Quit saying phone numbers, man.
Yeah, don't say phone number.
That's a good start.
Hey, Javier. We have a major problem, brother.
What?
So I'll admit something to you. I was getting high. I did something very stupid.
Which is?
I started talking to somebody underage, Javier.
13.
You and I will talk about this, but I have people here because I was talking to somebody underage.
What are you talking about?
I was having an inappropriate conversation with an underage girl.
How old was she?
Police are there?
Not the police, no. People that were basically pretending to be the underage girl.
Well, no.
Are you fucking serious?
I am 100% serious. I'm on camera.
They're there?
They're here. It's not the police. It's them.
not- it's not
I'm way off to the side of the building, sir.
Tell him we caught you last year for the same
Yeah,
thing too.
right here. You're on speakerphone.
How you doing, sir? My name's Tommy. I'm with Colorado Pet Patrol. We actually caught this gentleman a year ago, and he was arrested by Broomfield Police, put in prison for a year. He's been out for a couple months, and he's back onto a 13-year-old girl that he set up a sexual meeting for. This is all right, buddy. Thank you. Bye.
Are you guys happy?
I mean, I'm happy. He said he wants to talk to us. He said so. He'll be right here.
Okay.
He said, "Fuck that. I'll be right there."
Is that what he said?
That's exactly what he said.
Let me call him. Let me call him back. Can I go inside? Are you guys okay?
Do whatever you want to do, man. We're not law enforcement.
I can't run. I can't.
You just got caught running, bro.
I'm not running.
How's it?
You tried to flee?
He ran. He took off running.
I'm calling the cops.
I'm not fleeing.
Just real quick.
I just talked to.
I'm gonna give the code word.
Dude, you ran.
Got it.
So just you guys, so you know, we were on the other side. Me and Cooley, supporter was over there. We were talking to her, watching inside. He went out like a side door. I don't know where he went out. Rachel was in the car and she said, "Babe, he's running." So he was ghost. Jackets in his hand. He was running away. But this part's about to be.
I'm pretty sure that the door was, it's almost like right behind the Midas sign, just over his left shoulder.
Yeah. That
And
would
he
make
made it like very far down.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because he was down there and come back.
Yeah, he was all the way down past those trees.
That's right. That's right.
And Rachel with her eagle eye caught that, and she wasn't letting that shit go.
Yeah.
She was like, "Babe, he's running."
We would have never known. Opposite side of the building.
All right.
Catch me outside.
Bro,
I'm not running.
But you did, right?
I can't
Are you gonna be
run.
honest? Did you
No,
run?
no.
Did you try to leave? Yes
No,
or no?
no.
You got your jacket and you took off.
I'm talking to Javier.
Dude, you tried to run.
I would not abandon my store. I would not abandon my
Dude,
store.
we have you on camera running.
I would not abandon
Just
this
getting
store.
some exercise, trying to get some exercise.
Yeah, I'm freaking the fuck out.
Uh-oh. Don't choke on him. Don't choke on him.
I am freaking the fuck out.
Hey, let's get an ambulance for him, guys.
Yeah, I'm freaking the fuck out.
All right, Tommy. Here's the question of the night. Ready? If he were to start choking on him and go down, which one of you two would have been doing CPR?
I didn't see anything. What are you talking about?
Right.
I didn't see anything. And I'll speak for Cooley. He didn't see anything.
Cooley was on point, like later on, and we cut this out because of timelines. But there was a point where he goes, "Can I just go in and get a drink of water?" And Cooley goes, "Do whatever you got to do to hold your teeth in your head."
Have you ever seen Cooley pissed off before? Like, there's a few, but very rare.
I have, but not like this.
Maybe
He was,
three times.
yeah, he was on point. This catch, he was pissed,
He was
and rightfully so. This guy couldn't tell the truth to save his life.
Yep.
All right.
The fuck out.
Let's get an ambulance for him, guys.
No, I don't need an
Freaking the fuck out. Let's get an ambulance for him. We don't want you to hurt yourself. Your teeth keep falling out, brother.
He's on his way.
You see what happens when you fucking try to
Yeah.
get with kids?
No, I do.
We're
I
not,
do.
We're not mean people.
No,
we're really
you're
not.
You're not.
You just tried to run,
No, I
dude.
did.
Yes, you did, and it's. I'm not law enforcement. It makes no difference.
Here he is. Hold up.
He fucking tried to run.
He tried to flee.
What
He
the?
tried to run.
Where are you? I need you here ASAP.
Look
He
at
tried to
my face.
I'm
run.
freaking the fuck out. I'm freaking the fuck out.
Is that what Rachel was?
Yeah, Rachel's like, he's running. Dude, he went down to the car hop right here. He was gone, bro.
Hi, Officer Garrett. This is William Denny. I apologize for the.
Sorry, we cut out a bunch here too, and it was mostly because of doxing. But this is him calling his parole officer for the second time.
And this was Emily, y'all. This was Emily. Emily re-edited. She edited this part together. This was Emily, and she too.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Shout out to the team. They did a great job getting everything prepped for us.
message I left earlier. I'm calling to let you know that I have made a grievous mistake. I had started getting high again on meth, and I got on a dating site, and I started having inappropriate conversation with an underage girl. I don't know how you would like to proceed with this, ma'am, but if you could please call me back as soon as you can, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. It was a sexual conversation in nature.
With a 13-year-old.
With a 13-year-old girl. How, is that,
I like it. I like it.
Better for you?
It's better.
That was better.
It's better. We're getting there. I think you're about 20% there. It's not funny, man. It's not
No,
funny.
I know it's not funny. I'm not. It's not funny at all. I'm trying to do.
He's right here. He's right here.
Who? Where? Who? Where? Where?
Do we talk to him or kick a field goal, bro?
I think it's funny. SWAT team's over there. That's all. Coming for your ass.
It's not funny. I don't think it's
Well, you keep
funny.
laughing.
It's a nervous reaction.
Okay.
That's all it is a nervous
Is that
reaction.
her?
No, this is another.
Why don't you turn your sound off?
Because if she calls,
You could look at your phone, right?
yeah, exactly. So if she does call, I can see it right there.
What about you calling 911 and giving a report?
Here we go. I love this.
Just give them a report.
What kind of report?
Tell them what you're out here doing.
Call
If
911.
I call, they're going to show up. But if you call, just say you just want to make a report.
I'll call the non-emergency line.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that too.
How incredibly stupid do you have to be to think that the cops are not going to show up after you make this call? I mean,
Don't know.
I know. I'll call the non-emergency line. There you
You're
go.
muted, Tom. You're muted, buddy.
He said it with such conviction. I'm going to call the non-emergency line. It was funny.
Am I muted?
They won't actually come out.
627.
You know the number?
No,
I was going to say.
there was a time I did because I have to use it.
And
here.
for God's sake, if you do, don't say it out loud.
Yeah. You guys stop calling him. He's going to call the non-emergency police number.
We watched it last night, Coley.
All right, everybody, we're going to try the
How would you like me to
non-emergency.
word this on the non-emergency?
I just want you to be honest, man. It's pretty simple.
I like the last one. That was a
Pretty
good
decent.
one.
That was almost good.
Okay. So, here.
Well, that's too bad.
There you go.
We're back to square one.
What? Calling?
Oh, I thought they said leave a message. but
Oh.
I guess they wouldn't at the cop shop.
No, I'm running this. There you go. There you go. I'm doing exactly what you're asking. So.
I really am feeling
We're
a
gonna
little
call
better.
we're gonna call at the same time and see who gets through faster. I'll call 911. You call the
No,
non-emergency
let's
line.
just do 911. You guys call 911. They're gonna show up.
You think so?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
Should I call?
no,
I'm gonna call.
can we just handle it?
You called last time, bro.
Can we
I
just do
did.
it this way, please?
I don't even know how to get to my keypad. to be
Well, what
honest.
I like is we've identified a problem. That's you reaching out to children
Yes.
for sexual
Yes,
purposes.
it is.
We're all working together to solve the problem.
Okay. Can we
We're
avoid?
brainstorming.
My turn to call.
Lightning is gonna strike you. God don't like dirty.
Are you calling?
Not yet.
Perfect.
What?
Somebody's coming on the line. So how would you like me to word
Can you
this?
hold this for just a second? Just
How
keep
would-
it pointed at that guy.
How would you like me to word this?
You're a registered sex offender 2-time, and you got on the internet and tried to talk sexually conversated to a 13-year-old and set up a meet. You did not show up,
Okay.
but you did set up a meet.
Okay. Okay. Will that get you guys to leave?
You will be stuck to stay for
Javier.
yeah.
Okay.
And then give your name and info so they can follow up on it.
Sure.
And I'll,
Sure.
I'll mute it for that part.
Sure.
How do you get to work?
Maybe give me a wink before you're about to, and that way I know to mute it.
Give me a
Just
week.
look at the camera and wink.
Hey, do you know we have a record of the amount of people watching today? How many?
3,916 people.
Can you ask them to smash the like?
Thank you for calling Orb.
Can you ask them to smash the like?
Smash the light.
Yeah, ask him to smash the light.
Smash the light.
Thank you.
End of it.
What's that? Smash the light.
Thank you.
What's that?
You're telling him to smash the like. It brings more people on. The algorithm gets higher, so more people in Colorado know. You have a customer here that's wearing our shirt. Our shirt.
Okay.
Your customer is wearing the same shirt I'm wearing. Believe it, right? Look at that. That's a customer wearing the exact same shirt. We're well known, is all I'm telling you.
I'm trying to do what you guys are asking.
And we're just asking.
No.
I appreciate the effort.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Last time I didn't put any effort in, and I just blew you guys off.
And then you did it again.
It was effortless last time.
It was. This time, I'm fully admitting my fault. I fucked up. I know what I was doing is wrong.
Very wrong, but
well, in the beginning, he kind of was acting like he didn't know. But he is now. Appreciate it.
I'm trying, guys. I really am. If we can do it this way and avoid 911, that would be wonderful.
You have reached Denver 911 communications.
Is this Denver?
No,
Do not
this is
hang
Laura.
up. All call takers are currently busy.
Denver,
Stay on
man.
the line for the next available call taker.
We got 2 calls going. See who wins.
See if 911 or the non-emergency works wins.
Actualmente ocupados. Por favor, manténgase en la línea para el próximo agente disponible.
Oh, they're both ringing.
Yeah?
It's a race.
Why is he saying Denver 911?
Do not hang
Did you?
up.
Oh, I thought we got.
All call takers are currently busy. Please stay on the line for the next available call taker. Se ha comunicado
You want me to
con
just call
911
So-
de Denver.
Try.
So we're both on hold,
I'm
guys.
trying.
Billy is on the non-emergency line. Tommy's on the emergency line.
I'm trying.
Like a race.
I'm trying.
I'm trying for the kids, man.
Yeah, hold for 911. It's a thing here.
I get where you guys are coming from. Last time I didn't want to see where you guys were coming
Do not
from.
hang up.
This time I
All call
did.
takers are currently busy.
This
Please
time I
stay on
was.
the line for the next available call taker.
What's up, man?
Se ha comunicado con 911.
Thank you, brother. You are awesome. Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Right on, man. We'll talk to you.
Yes, hi, ma'am. I need to report. Can you mute it?
Oh, yeah.
So, I am a registered sex offender, and I had reached out to attempt to have a sexual conversation with an underage girl, and attempted a meet that I never followed through with.
All call takers are currently busy.
So I want to make this report.
Call taker.
Let's do. There, I don't. Hold on. 62. Let's do 406 side. Mute.
Just ignore it. Ignore it.
Give me a wink if I
Pardon me?
got a mute.
Damn him.
Hello.
Yes. My name is William. You already have a call here?
I just tried to.
Oh, okay. It's Danny.
He didn't wait.
Mute
Okay, muting.
8285.
He's getting good. He's learning to mute us.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd rather go get you.
Yes, ma'am.
Get some help up here.
I had scheduled to meet her yesterday, and I never showed up. I had decided against it. It just wasn't gonna happen. But I had scheduled the meet.
Got sexual. Very sexual. Fucking wild, Cooley.
What? Phone number would be.
We
Guys,
trained
we're
him,
almost
y'all.
done.
We trained him.
Thank
We're
you.
almost done with the video. We just need to get
I guess
through
when
this part.
you try to set up meetings with kids a lot.
I'm white.
Teeth falling out.
5'10",
Teeth falling out.
180. Brown and brown.
He's like 165.
Give him made blood. He got that belly. He sucked it in when he said that.
Just black shirt, black pants, black shirt.
Let her know you're the manager here, probably.
Probably right out front. How long until an officer gets here? Cool, thank you.
Now I won't call 911.
Oh,
fair enough.
Pardon me?
It's a good deal.
That's a good deal.
On foot.
So you tried to run once.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, guys.
Is Emily in the basement, Tom? You're muted, brother.
Really?
I hear Tom.
I hear Tom.
Maybe only for me. Maybe you're good.
Well, that's going to be a problem if you can't hear me. I don't see Emily in the basement.
You hear him? Okay.
I'm not sure what to do with that because it's going to be a little hard to have this conversation if you can't hear me.
Tom, maybe jump out and jump back in.
I can't.
Or Tommy.
Tommy, can you hear me?
Did you
Yeah,
accidentally mute him when we were doing the
I'm gonna
reverb thing?
jump back in. And I
Nope.
can hear you guys.
I think it's on Tommy's end. Give it a second. You can all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely a catch that will always go down in history for CPP.
We're good.
All
Unreal.
right, Tommy, can you hear me now?
Yep, we're good. It was just
All right,
me, I
good.
guess.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. It wasn't you.
Technical difficulties, folks. So there's so many things wrong in this catch that like this guy should have never been on the street again. So as of right now, we have in the catch, we have him call his probation officer. We have him call 911, admit to felonies, and still the guy goes to a sober living house after this and gets an additional 2 years of probation. Probably, I want to say 3 to 4 months after we caught him this time, he wound up on Colorado's 100 most wanted sexual predators. He was number 51.
Tom, here's a good question from YouTube. They said, did you not record them, or did you not record the police showing up?
We did. We did.
We did.
It was 4 hours later.
Yep.
He was long gone.
Yeah, the police did show up. The entire time for this catch was over 5 hours. We called the police as soon as we saw him. So it took the police department 5 hours to show up.
Actually, me and Cooley left. We got frustrated. Left. Got about a mile and a half down the road at a 7-Eleven or whatever, and they called and said, "We're here. Where you at?" First time we thought they were watching our live to see.
So good old Billy is now back in court. And you know what? I know you guys can't believe this.
Shocker.
Yeah, crazy. So he was arrested in Arvada. And he's also in court in El Paso County, which El Paso County is where he's being charged with his failure to comply for registering as a sex offender. He has a sexual exploitation of a child charge in Jefferson County, which he's being incarcerated for right now. He has sexual assault on a victim 15 to 17 and age difference greater than 10 years.
Recent, y'all. This is recent since catch.
And he has, I believe there's one other charge. I'm sorry. I
Strangulation.
The strangulation and all of these charges are real children. So that's kind of the theme of the night, is the fact that decoys everybody says, "Oh, but it's not a real child." Right, because we don't want it to get to a real child, but it's getting to a real child, and it's getting to a real child because the system is failing.
It's not a real child because it's a decoy. They don't know. So that excuse pisses me off. It's not a real child only because it was a decoy.
Right. And so what do? Should we, I don't know, wait for a real child? No, we shouldn't wait for a real child. That's why police do stings. This guy is an actual true hunter / predator. If you looked up in the dictionary what a predator looks like, you would see this guy's picture. All right. And hats off to both PCI and Vanessa for decoying this piece of crap. Hats off to Tommy and Cooley. And I believe the first catch was Tommy and Captain. And you guys did a great job. You really did. You did your part. And the police did their part. They arrested. It was on a warrant. Both times he was charged with internet luring of a child. And the system failed. The system just failed. So Billy Boy here, they offered him a plea deal. Now, this is a kid for several little, I don't know whose dog. Oh, that's yours, Tommy. Is that Justice? He was offered a plea deal. So he was offered a plea deal for second degree of second assault in the second degree, strangulation, which is a felony 4, and unlawful sexual contact, which is a misdemeanor 1. The misdemeanor 1 would have been dropped to time served, and the sexual assault would have been 10 years in prison. And Billy, and I want you guys to stop for a second and let this sink in. Billy decided that, you know what, 10 years is just too much time in prison. I'm going to take my chances and go to trial. Why does he think that that's okay? He thinks that that's okay because he's gotten away before. He thinks that when he gets in front of a jury, he's going to be able to say, you know what? I was messed up. And I made a mistake. And you know what? You guys should let me go to a sober living house. These are facts. This is the way this guy's mind works. And if you watch our channel, you'll see that a lot of predators think they're going to walk away from all these things. They're going to talk their way out of it. It's not going to happen. You know, unfortunately, though, it does happen. It does happen. When they get to court, they get that deferred sentence. So, you know, we're working on that part as well. And when you get behind like where we are, when after last episode, we were talking about how I was there to see politicians. That's what I was there for. I was there so that we could actually increase the sentencing guidelines to make this a minimum mandatory sentence. And it's probably never going to get through. You know what, though? We'll keep fighting that good fight.
Yeah. The problem is, you guys, is I don't think people realize this. The more predator catchers out there are catching people and these guys walk, the more they're going to have William Denny's, who's taking this to trial. He has no shot in hell of winning. You all understand that, right? Like, real victims, real children, our cases, he's probably going to go to prison. Don't they typically max you when you go to trial? They don't give you the deal's off the table, right?
Oh, no, the deal's definitely off the table. He was told that already. There's no more deals after he turned that one down.
So he's going to go, and he's probably going to get 4 or 5 times the amount, I hope. But this is the problem. We're out here doing this, and we're almost essentially, because of the problem, these predators aren't afraid. They're not afraid. They're like, fuck, this is number 5. I've gotten away with it 4 times. It's a problem. We got to work together, and it's a fucking problem. These guys are not scared to get caught anymore.
Yeah, it's truly a problem, and they're just gonna let this keep going. You know, it's a complete system failure, though. And after watching last week and watching this week, we're starting to see a pattern develop here, and that pattern there's a problem because you may have in one district or in one county a police department that wants to work with us and a detective that wants to work with us, but then the DA doesn't want to work with us. Okay, so the next county over, you may have the police that want to work with us, a detective that's not going to forward the case, and a DA that does want to work with us. And the next county over, the police just won't show. So,
Tom, can I bring up one other thing too?
Yeah.
When we're talking about Colorado,
problem.
attempt is the charge in Colorado, like the attempt, right? Like, so they're attempting to exploit this child or have, sexual relations with this child. Like, that should be in and of itself the charge. So if that is what is under the laws, then why aren't they being charged with this? Why aren't the DAs pushing forward on this?
So 183306 is the law for internet luring of a child. And yes, it only has to be attempted. You don't have to meet with the child. In the actual law, it says that the meet cannot be used as a defense. Meaning if you set up the meet and you don't show up, that's not a defense. You can't say, oh, well, I was never going to do it. No, you already set that meet up. You've already put that kid in danger and you've already put that kid on the street waiting for you. So you're absolutely right. It has, there's certain parts that need to be set, and the meet is one of them. So once you set up you reach out first, you talk to our decoy tells you the age, everything after that's considered evidence. You talk sexual, and then the meet. So now that's a complete case. And you're absolutely right. They've already, once they've gotten to the meet, once they even bring it up, we could catch them that day. We don't have to wait for the meet. We don't have to wait for anything. We do wait for the meet because it makes the case stronger. But then again, if they don't show up, then we go ahead and go meet them at their house, You're right there, Tommy.
Yeah. No.
All right. Do you want to go on to the second one?
Yeah, let's do it. That one's a shorter one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Much shorter.
All right, you guys. So this is another one. This is another case. I see the comments in there. You guys, William Denny's happening right now. It's happening right now. We might have a surprise for you guys. We got to work on some things, but we'll keep you updated. He is going through the process right now. He could have took 10 years. He's fighting it. So that's right now. I keep seeing people say
his next court date is December 10th. It's either December 10th or December 15th. I take that back. I could be wrong.
And you don't have to play all this. Play what you want to play this, Tom. But you guys, this is just 2, and because we couldn't bring 3.
Yeah.
We have more.
Yeah, I didn't want to push through all of the cases. So just take a listen to this. We'll cut this one short after you hear some of the conversation.
What's going on, buddy? How you doing, sir? Good. My name's Tommy. I'm with Colorado Pet Patrol. Do you mind if we have a word? I'm not law enforcement, but if you drive off, I'm going to call law enforcement. Just want to find out what you're doing here. Again, my name's Tommy. I'm with Colorado Pet Patrol. I don't know who that is. I just want to I kind of want to find out what you're doing here, man. I monitor the internet and just to make sure that people don't meet with children. Again, you're our 307th catch. I don't call the police on everybody, man. I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Just stop to say hi.
And that's kind of why I'm here. I want to find out what you're doing, why you're here, how old was this person,
You're supposed to be 14.
14 years old. Do you think that's cool to be hanging out with 14-year-olds?
I was going to tell her not to ever do this.
So you're kind of doing what I'm doing almost. No intentions of having sex or nothing like that? Because I got the whole book from start to finish. She actually lives right there. We just intercepted this last night. So she told you she was 14. You drove all the way from, 45-minute drive to come hang out with her, right?
Yeah, I was just going to talk to her.
Were you involved in that wreck at all or no?
No.
Oh, that's good. No. So you were just going to talk to her? You weren't going to let her in your truck? Do you know allowing her in the truck would be technically kidnapping?
I didn't know. I told her I didn't know what it was.
Okay.
I said, sex or not, I don't know if... I don't know what the law is.
Yeah, you don't know what the law is. I mean,
as far as like, I know like sex is illegal.
stupidity is a defense, actually, but it's not a.
I don't know if it would be illegal for her to be with me at all or not.
Okay. But as far as sex, do you think?
Yeah, that's definitely illegal.
And I'm only recording for your safety and my safety. Again, we have 151 arrests. The people who we have, that we do turn it into the police are the people who drive up. I appreciate you talking to me. I want 10 minutes of your time. I want to find out. I do want to go over these chat logs. Basically, I have everything from start to finish. It was definitely sexual.
Yeah, we did. She brought it up.
She brought it up, so she's the one who talked about sex because she's a virgin. Remember?
We both talked about it.
Yeah. Well, you said you were not into you weren't sure about the virgin because you were thick and you could make her tingle pretty badly, right?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
Do you think that's against the law to talk sexual to what you thought was a 14-year-old?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Talking about it? I don't know.
Well, I mean, talking about it, but then showing up, right? Because in the book, you didn't say you were going to help her, right?
I did. I said I was going to meet with her.
Correct. Meet with her. And what was the intentions tonight? Like by the book?
We had no intentions.
Well, this says you had intentions.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
She said she was going to leave it up to me what we did.
Right. And she did. And you did too. And you said you wouldn't do anything that she didn't want to do, right? Yeah, so you weren't.
Never hurt her.
Right. So you weren't going to forcefully like rape her or anything like that.
No, I wasn't planning on having sex with her at all.
You weren't planning on having sex with her at all?
No.
Okay. And again, like I said, man, yeah. Well, you knew she was 14 years old, right? So that's the thing I'm having. And again, you didn't do anything, with her yet, but if she would have, you were going to let her jump in your truck and then you guys were just going to go for a ride?
Yeah, go for a drive, what she said.
Okay. That's what she said? Or is that what you said?
That's what she said.
Okay. Did you also tell her that you were going to, have her legs wrapped around your shoulders and fucking eat her vagina?
No.
You didn't say that?
Don't remember it.
Do you have the messages that
Yeah, I have them all.
Was it only you messaging her?
I think so.
Were you sober when you were talking to her, or?
I don't remember that, but.
You don't remember if you were sober, or you don't remember saying it?
I don't remember saying it.
Okay, because your exact words. It's a little dark out here. Bear with me. I'm sorry. You asked if she's ever had a boyfriend, and you asked if she ever met anybody on the app. Do you meet with people on the app often, or no?
No.
Yeah, I know that. No, your first one.
Yeah.
How many minors do you talk to?
None.
None. Okay. Did you want nude pictures from this minor?
Nope.
No. You wouldn't
have.
have. Okay. You know about what you talked about Dateline NBC and To Catch a Predator and all that.
Yeah, something like that.
So you clearly.
Hansen or something like that?
What is it called? Yeah, Chris Hansen.
I think it's Hansen.
But did you ever watch that show?
No, I've seen it, but.
Well, you knew about it. You knew the color of his hair and everything like that. But what I'm saying, if you've seen it, you see these guys talk to minors and then they get in trouble for talking to minors, right? You don't remember telling her you had a thick dick and that you could make her tingle and.
I didn't say tingle.
Your exact words. You make her tingle for the next day or something like that.
Make her leg shake, something like that.
Yeah. Make her leg shake.
Tingle.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Tingle.
All right, guys. I think that we will get the picture on what this guy is like.
Post the last bit of it when the cops come because I want everybody to. Yeah. I want him to see him just losing his mind. I fucking love it.
All right, ready?
Just want to stay in the truck. That's fine. It's just my wife. And then you said, "Are you sure you want to do this?" What did you mean, do this? Because you were talking sexual, and then you're like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" Do you have a wife?
No.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Nope. Not anymore.
Nothing anymore. Was she of age? Yeah. I mean, I know it's funny, but like, dude, like, how many people meet up with children? Not a lot. Actually, I believe it or not, it's a lot. 307 people. Holy shit! See that lightning?
Yes.
Holy shit. But again, if the
3-inch.
Yeah, 3-inch hell, yeah. And you came up from what, long? Well, if it wasn't sexually charged, then these guys won't have no reason to do anything but talking to you. But you can't be meeting with little girls, man.
You called the cops on me?
I sure did.
What did you say you did?
You also lied. So you also lied. They might not. They might not be here for you. Well, I mean, I don't meet up with children. They're coming in hot. I'm a fucking liar. But you know what? I don't touch little kids.
I wasn't gonna.
Well, you said you were gonna. So, and
no, I did not.
if you wouldn't have lied, they wouldn't have rolled in. Just telling you.
That is bullshit.
That's bullshit. You know what's bullshit is you coming out to meet a child. That's bullshit. So, yeah.
No, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's not right.
That's not right. Well, it's not right meeting children either. How you doing, sir?
All right.
And now there's real
I sure can.
children.
I certainly can.
That's good, Tom. Thank you.
Probably get him.
All right,
Now there's real children, y'all. Real children, and Tom's gonna explain that.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up another graphic here and I just want to point it out, and I know this isn't going to work on all the platforms, but you know what? I want you guys to look at these people, all right? These top two are definitely Billy Denny. The bottom two are Jesse. And here's what I'd like to ask you. I need everybody to take a look at these guys, and if you live in their areas, all right, just make sure that your kids are safe. All right. They're both incarcerated right now, but it really needs to be brought up that if you know of these people, if they've touched you or your kids, please feel free to reach out to us at thomasfellows73@gmail.com.
There's a reason for it, guys. There's a reason Tom's saying that. You guys, you don't understand.
Please reach out to us.
These people are local. If you're in Colorado, and believe me, he wouldn't just throw that out there with anybody. We believe and we know there's a ton of people affected by these people. As the stat was, I don't remember what Tom said,
192.
If anybody knows anything, we know and we believe. We believe and we know there's more. And if it gets to the right people, they will tell, or hopefully they will. Please reach out.
So, Jesse Martin here, we caught him on June of 23. In December of 24, he took a plea deal to internet luring of a minor. He had his plea deal included a deferred sentence for 4 years, probation. He had to register as a sex offender for that 4 years, because after that 4 years, if he's a good boy, it all goes away. So he gets to get off the registry, which means nobody would know. All right. And he had to hold a job.
Yes.
All right. That was December 19th of 2024. 4/10 of 25. He violated his parole, according to the prosecutor, dozens of times. Not once, not twice, dozens of times. One, he had dirty UAs. There was all sorts of issues. He, according to the prosecutor, had done nothing that the court required him to do. So one of the things he was responsible for doing was reaching out to a minor with the screen name Dude Sis. All right. This is an actual child, guys. And the prosecutor made sure that the judge was aware of it. He said, Your Honor, even though the initial case was a decoy, this is an actual child. The actual child went ahead to tell Jesse here, you know what? I'm in trouble. I got in trouble with my mom. I'm not probably going to be around for a little bit. And he said, oh, how long? She said, at least a couple of days. He said, all right, we'll meet in 3 to 4 days. This is what he told the child. And shout out, I think this one was V's catch. So shout out to V for decoying this piece of crap. There is so many people behind the scenes on the team, and I got to apologize if I don't call somebody out. Please call me out on my BS, because you all deserve it. The team's phenomenal. So this guy had dozens of parole violations. One of them included reaching out to a real child. The defense attorney turns around and says, well, you know what? We'd like to rescind and revoke and reinstate his parole. I'm sorry. And what that means to lay people is they're just going to say, okay, you violated parole, but you know what? We're going to give you back parole or probation.
Start over.
Yeah. So the guy gets a little slap on the hand, and you know what? He had to go to court a couple of times. But I got to hand it to the prosecutor, who got up there and said, Your Honor, because this is a real child, he's proven that this is an aggravated issue. This gentleman and I use that term actually this pedophile.
Yeah.
Right. He called him a gentleman. I'll call him a pedophile. Is an absolute danger to society. All right. He's a danger to the children, and he's a danger to the citizens of Colorado. And I recommend a 2-year sentence to the Department of Corrections. The judge actually found for the prosecutor 2-year sentence to the Department of Corrections. But now here's the problem, and it's maybe it's me, and you guys can correct me in chat and be like, no, you're an idiot. This guy's reached out to what he thought was 2 children at this point, and he's only going to jail for 2 years.
He was only caught on 2 is the problem.
And he was only caught on 2. And in my mind, I think the only way that this changes, well, there's a couple of different ways that this could change. But one of the ways it changes is the victims push the issue. And I'm going to say this very carefully in what I say here. If you were a victim to this person and he was put out on the street by a system after they knew that he's this type of person, I would think that you might have some kind of legal recourse to go back at said system.
Somebody might have evidence.
And if someone were touched by either one of these 2, please reach out to us. Please reach out to us. So,
you know how you guys hold people accountable? Through their fucking pocket. Sad.
Yes.
Fucking sad.
I agree. Yes, 2 years. This guy got 2 years for the second time that he reached out to a kid. And I can make a lot of this. This is why voting does matter. Because I'll tell you what, I'm going to explain something to you in the chat. If you get convicted of sexual assault of a child in Colorado, as long as you don't grape a second child, you can get probation. You can be sentenced to probation. Doesn't matter how many times, doesn't matter what you did, how long, you can be sentenced to probation. The aggravators, which would force them, which makes it a minimum mandatory sentence, is the most loosely worded law I have ever read. When they tried to change the law, the legislator that tried to change the law, they held them up until 1:30 in the morning. Her and her 50 witnesses, which were all SA survivors, had to wait until 1:30 in the morning because they didn't want that law to change. And this is where we do need to get mad. This is where we do need to get loud. This is why we need to know who we're voting for. So that's just my take on it. Tommy, what do you got?
You're 100% correct. It's a problem, you guys. These guys have barely been out, and we only know what they've done. They slap them with 2 years. I seen a comment in there that you get 1 year unless it's unless it's a second time or third time or whatever you said. It's just a problem all around, you guys. These guys are walking, they're learning, and it's hard for us because we're fighting a battle that we need you guys. Like everybody, I don't care if you're in Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, wherever you are, you guys, we're voting these people in. And when we're exposing these people and they're getting out 4 or 6 hours later, a lot of people say catching teams are bad for this because they learn. Well, it's kind of true when they're not being held accountable. But we're going to keep exposing them because as you guys see, I think anybody who's been in the community longer than 6 months knows that exposure is probably the best. Somebody said they're not going to jail. Why expose them? Well, because now their neighbor knows, right? And the neighbors know. And so we have to expose these pieces of shits. These two guys right here, you guys, I got a call, I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And they said, we had three strangulations, whatever, charges. These two fuckers right here and another person, right? Like in just a couple cases. It's a real child, you guys. And if we're just going to let it go, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're going to keep doing it. Tom's really good. Tom used to do, I'm not going to say what he's done, but he's very adversed in law and in fighting and politics. He's done all that. That's why he does all that. But as a normal citizen like me and you guys, like, he understands the law. I don't. I understand that he's a predator. He should go to prison for life. And Tom has to tell me, well, this is this. It's not okay. It's not fucking okay.
By the way, S. Williams was in the chat last week. S. Williams, if you're in the chat again this week, can you do me a favor and also reach out to thomasfellow73@gmail.com? I appreciate it.
Anybody,
she was
you guys,
in the chat today. That's Williams. I seen her.
So I'm going to say something real quick too. If anybody, listen, you guys, this channel is going to be a lot of this, but this channel is also going to be trigger warning, and we're trying to show, how do I say it, like raw, real, everything, right? Like, it's not always going to be good, and it's not always for everybody. If you have a story or you want to talk, you can certainly come up. But if anybody, like, we're probably going to talk to, only a few of us know this. We're gonna try to talk to Billy's sister. We're probably not going to bring her on the show, but we do want to find out, like, is she okay? You know, we do want to find out. But if anybody's ever been affected, obviously we're going to ask you questions. Yeah, we're going to vet people that call us because there's trolls. But if you know anything, like, I think getting the word out there is going to make that 13 or 14-year-old, like, I can tell too. Make it cool to tell. Or okay, not cool, but okay, right? Because people are scared to tell. That's why that number is 78 or 72%. People are afraid to tell. So I think if we keep putting it out there and survivors come up and tell their story or what happened to them, I do think it's huge, and somebody else will tell their story. Like, I see it in the chat already. There's a bunch of people. So email me, thomasfellow73@gmail.com. But you guys, we got to make it normal to prosecute child predators. We got to make it normal. Right now, everybody wants to be quiet. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Fucked out. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just crazy, and part of it is a fear factor. Look, yes. if I saw the guy on the bottom on the street, and I was his victim, you know, as a female, I would probably be afraid of him.
I would too.
Really, it's hard to be afraid when the guy can't even keep his foot in his mouth. But anyway, the guy on the bottom, you know, that guy, he's a scary looking guy.
For a child, absolutely.
For a child, for a woman, and you know, even for some men. I mean, PTSD is a real thing, and I get that. But you know, and we said it last week. You know, the police arrest them. You don't necessarily know. They may or may not have been charged. There's so many different things. But you know how you do know is exposure through a predator catcher. This guy gets 500,000 views. Billy Denny's probably over 1 million at this point, and a good part of it's because the guy can't keep his teeth in his mouth. You know,
that's the truth. That's the truth.
Tommy and Cooley gave him probably the best 1-2, like over and over and over again for about 5.5 hours, 6 hours, something like that. So the thing is, when the victim sees this guy talking to the police, you know what? It gives them a little bit of courage.
Yeah, courage.
Yes, you know, to say, hey, you know what? I know this guy did this to me. I know he's already in trouble. Let me go and talk to this police department. Let me go report it to my police department and say, I just saw him get in trouble in Colorado. And you know what? That's how this happens. That's how we get these exposures. You know, that's how these guys are getting caught out there. So we want to save those kids before that happens. But if it does happen and these guys reached out to you after those catch dates, please reach out to us.
Yes. or before.
Or before. Either way. Yes. Either way.
Listen, I want it to be. I don't even want to hear like, and we're only showing you 2 cases, and I don't care, but I can't. I've heard it from the judges. Tom, you were just telling me a story, or somebody the other day. I don't want to hear it wasn't a real child. Wasn't it a judge or
yeah.
The defense attorney was saying it like this wasn't even a real victim, like because it was a decoy. Like I'll fight that to the death, you guys. I promise you, nobody will ever be like it was only a decoy because it was us, or it would have been a child. Like, and that just frustrates me. I hate that fucking phrase. I hate it.
Well, let's take that right back around to what Tom said with, the first charge was a child, right? But it was deferred until, the next time, it happens again.
Right.
So what is it? Is there a real child, or is it, the next time it's a real child? Like, what are we getting at here?
I don't know. Dustin, you're pretty savvy with cars. Do you put oil in your car when it starts knocking?
Absolutely not. Put it in there before it starts knocking. Like, no, I get it. But what is going on here, Colorado? Like, are we going to accept the fact that okay, it's not a real child, and we're gonna take a step forward and make sure that it's not ever going to be a real child, or are we going to say, oh well, a real child was hurt, but it was only the first time, so we'll wait until the next time they were hurt. Like, what is it, Colorado?
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
Wake the fuck up. Like, we need to figure the fuck out. Like, is it a real child? Is it not a real child? It doesn't matter. We got to protect the children at all costs.
Yeah,
love that.
Perfect example. Stephen Ballard, right? Served 25 years. Was out for less than 8 months.
Yeah.
Caught again. And did 2 years. Like, the system is not rehabilitating these guys. It is a problem, and like Tom said, it starts with or how we change it. It starts with votes.
It's the only way. It's the only way, because short of that, there is a cure, and I can't say what it is, but I think a lot of people know.
We have 4 of them.
Yeah, it's just not a good look. I mean, we can't keep sending these guys to a broken system that's going to let them right back out. See, the cure is in the chat. There's no cure for this. There's no cure for this. And I would defy anybody. You know what? If you think that there's a cure, I'll let you guys go ahead and look at that cure. But I'm telling you right now, there is only one cure, and
there is.
But it's death.
Yeah.
And I'm reading the chat, and people are saying, "Wake up, Colorado! Wake up, Colorado!" It's not just Colorado.
It's not Colorado.
Tommy was in South Carolina catching, and they showed up on scene, and they said, "Listen, we love what you do, but we can't do anything. Our state statute ties our hand." They couldn't do anything, and the guy that he caught in South Carolina was in the process of being prosecuted for touching a real 14-year-old girl. So it's not just Colorado. This is a nationwide problem.
You guys watch the chats. Anytime people are like, please come to my town. I got so many sickos because they do their little surge. But you guys, it's everywhere. It's not Colorado. It's not New York. It's anywhere there's kids, there's going to be predators. I don't care what it is. It's going to be predators.
Yeah, you look at like CPP West Virginia, and they did their first couple of catches. Right after they did that, they changed the law. They changed the laws to make it illegal for civilian groups to do what we're doing. So
Colorado for not doing that.
So here's the thing. Can you guys name one other time that it's illegal for a civilian group to report a felony? It's not there. It's not there. So why are we protecting these guys? I mean, look at the guys on the screen. Do they look like good dudes to you? You know,
I don't know. The top guy looks like a totally different guy than the right guy. And that's where it's a good point. You guys got to be careful because not all predators look like predators, but these guys look like fucking scumbags, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, we've had predators to where I've actually had no longer a decoy was saying that the predator was hot. Like, and again, they're normal. Some of them have, lives and they look like they aren't predators. I used to think they looked like the two right-hand side guys. I honestly, like that. Yeah. That's what I thought they looked like. Cigarette hanging out, belly hanging out, like just. But they're not. You guys, sometimes they look like everyday fucking citizens. Like, fuck. It's fucking disgusting. Oh, it's disgusting.
All right, chat. Do you guys have any burning questions in here?
Yeah, I heard about that one too. Yeah. A lot of people do a good job. You guys, listen, it's not these. I'm going to tell you right now, I'll make it clear. The cops in Colorado are effing amazing. 90% of them. I know from experience. I don't care what you guys see. I've been there and I've dealt with them. In my situation with what we're doing, 90% of them have been great. A lot of times they say stuff when we don't have it recorded. It's not the police, you guys. All the time. Like, the police have to do their job to give it to the detective. The detective's got to be on board to make it look nice for the DA. The DA's got to live. It's a process. I don't blame the police. I really don't. I don't. Some, but no. Starts with the detectives to the DA.
And just to add to this, like this, so guys, this is kind of what the podcast is about, is kind of behind the catch, seeing the work that goes behind the scenes and the stuff that you're not seeing. Like, you're not seeing the meetings that Tom B is in with DAs, passionate, spirited meetings where he's pushing for legislative changes. These are the things we want to kind of bring to you guys on this podcast. It's not just catching. Like, we're pushing for law changes. We're pushing for things that protect your children in the future, your grandchildren in the future. It's not just about catching preds. It's beyond that.
Reach out to me, Chevy. Send me thomasfellow73@gmail.com. You guys.
On what Judd was saying, exact same thing. Like, last week we saw the push that we're given to the DAs and the interviews and stuff like that. This week we're seeing, that just because they're saying it's not real victims, they're letting these guys go, and then they get real victims. Like, this is a real problem. Like, we need to demand change, and we can only do it with a huge team push together and vote these people in.
And we got it. We got the team, y'all. We got the team. I promise you. We have the team. We could use more people, but I promise you, we could stop. We got the team.
Absolutely agree.
We want more people, but I'm telling you, if it stopped and we couldn't have another supporter, I think we're ready for battle. Like, I'm being honest. And I mean that in the nicest way, you guys. Tom's very good. I'm an emotional speaker. He's very, he's very level-headed. I'm an emotional speaker. But we've had 2 catches since the Arapahoe County, since we had the meeting. Cops have showed what Dustin, you sent it to me, was 17 minutes? Or was it you, Dustin? The last catch was 17 minutes, guys. The time before was shorter. We've had 2 for 2 in Arapahoe County. One of the counties, they always send the police. But we're making changes, y'all. We're making changes.
No, it's crazy. And you know what? Those changes, I don't want to spill too much, but I think next week we're doing Brian Bornstein.
Yes. And you guys don't want to miss that. Holy shit.
No, you definitely don't. And I'll run that in a second, but I just want to say that there's another little caveat in that one, and it's not just the catch. And we're trying to show you the catch and still give you some of what goes on, but we're really trying to also point out in the podcast series, you know what? This is where our heads are at, and this is what we're trying to do to affect that change. We really want these guys to go to jail, and we want them to go to jail forever. But, that right now is an unrealistic goal for us. I mean, it's a future goal, but it's an unrealistic goal.
Very unrealistic.
So we're working on little changes right now, but we're getting there, right? So we have last week, the police officer that we talked to, or the sheriff that we talked to, we had DAs that we talked to. We have assemblymen and state senators that we've been talking to. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that people don't even see. And I think that that's what this is. You know, we were kind of sitting back and everybody was like, you know, oh, you guys just go out and you do this willy-nilly. No, it's so much more than that. You're going to see at some point, we're going to bring in team members from other groups in our group, other areas. We'll bring in some OSINT members, maybe. We'll bring in some, you know, decoys. And I think that it's important for people to realize that this is not 2 or 3 or 5 or 6 or 10 or 20. It takes dozens and dozens of people to do what we do. And I think that those people deserve some kind of credit.
Sure.
And look, decoys, phenomenal. I can't imagine doing what they do. I also don't have the time to do what they do, but I mean, they are phenomenal people, each and every one. You know, OSINT, thankfully, those guys are in there and they find things that you and I wouldn't even see. So, you know, there's a lot to the team from behind the catch. And I think that we really want to point that out to people so that they can see what actually happens. With that being said, if you don't have anything else, I'm going to run this Brian Borenstein short.
Yeah, no, you can run that in a second. That's fine. But you guys, just bottom line, this is what we've been doing for 4 years, maybe not in this capacity, but I mean, we've always turned in the evidence. And it's just funny that people don't realize how much evidence we have to actually turn in. We can't just, it's got to be recorded. Now we even go as far as when we email it, we timestamp it, we make sure we don't leave any brick unturned because it's always blamed on, the police will never say we fucked up. It's always going to be, they're not trained, they didn't do it. So we've had to learn to become much better than the regular, and maybe other teams are doing this. I would love to have a tour in somebody's, I don't know, their backlogs of evidence stuff. I would love to see what they're doing to see if we could improve. But I'm telling you guys, we're pretty good at what we do, and we have such a big team. That's why we can do it. But we turn in evidence, and we take it serious. And I think you guys need to see that so people can get pissed off and not just be like, well, maybe they're not doing it. We need to get pissed off, you guys, because now you're seeing they're not blaming CPP. I haven't heard any department blame CPP. Now they're doing this. They're like,
yeah, it's the DA's fault. No, it's the police fault.
Yeah,
No,
it's sad, you guys. It's not
it's
us.
the legislators. It's you know what? I'm sick and tired of it. It's all your faults. Let's go. Come on, get it moving. You know what? You guys are paid for this.
Yeah,
that's what your job is. And look, there's more than I even mentioned just now. And I'm sorry if I'm omitting people. There's the social media group. There is the cop callers. We even need people to make sure that everybody stays in line and chats, the moderators. You know, there's so many people that actually do work for the team. And it's amazing to see the changes since I've started here and since, you know, the inception. It's really turning into something. It's a big movement. And you know what? Hats off to all the catchers. I personally think CPP is the best. You know, it's
might be a little biased.
Same here.
Yeah, I might be a little biased, but you know what? I know what we do. And I've seen the police responses to different catchers. Yeah. And I very rarely have seen somebody come up and say, you know what? Your evidence is on point. I have never seen one of their court cases where the defense turns around and says, no, there's no way that they are not trained and state actors because their evidence is impeccable.
Impeccable was the word. Yeah. Yep.
Never seen.
Real quick, I know you said that twice, bro. You don't have to resend it. I was going to read it anyway, but thank you. We don't know on the ambassador, man. We're really working on that. We will give you guys updates. We don't know. The update on that is they did reach out and take the phone. That's the first case they've taken a phone for. So I will let you know. I just didn't want you to think you had to pay any more money, dude. I apologize, but we don't know, man. We will keep you up to date on that one. Sorry, Tom. I had to answer that. He kept saying,
no problem. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and play this other video.
Yeah.
I had someone try to sell me a couple. I blocked them. Okay. I paid $750
But how old were they? I already know, man.
They were. Dude, I don't even have the message anymore. I deleted the person because.
Okay, so you tried to buy a couple of 12-year-olds, right? Right.
Dude, I fucked up.
I know.
Okay?
So you paid the money.
I did pay the money. And I lost the money.
I know you did. Thank God.
I'm cool with that.
You were gonna sell this girl.
Do what?
You were gonna sell this girl.
No, I wasn't.
Who's this other girl that you just brought into the conversation that teaches these girls how to be proper little ladies?
She's actually a mistress teacher.
Okay. She's at the bus stop right now, but she was gonna come here. Where was she gonna go? Where was she gonna go?
What do you mean?
Where was she gonna go? Because you said she wasn't gonna stay here. She's gonna have a new mommy. Where was this 13-year-old gonna go?
Actually, she was gonna come stay here. It wasn't gonna be.
You said.
I introduced. It was up to her. I gave her. It was an option.
Do you want to go to another mommy where she'll teach you how to, violate daddy, right?
Stupid shit.
I'm just asking, where is that? Where is that?
I don't even know where it's at.
But this other lady.
Just a conversation.
This other lady did say she would take her and teach her?
Yes.
She did?
Yes.
And you have those messages as well?
I do.
So she's your baby girl now, just like a baby boy.
That's how she
I want
talks.
you and her to share the same room. You can do whatever
It was
makes.
dumb.
Hold on one second. Comfortable with. And so you were basically gonna have sex with her and this little girl. Is what the plan is.
It was dumb.
But that's the plan, right? Let's just be honest. We're being honest. So this girl wants to have sex with a 13-year-old too. This world is fucked, man.
There's a picture of her.
So your brain is telling you want to, but your other side is telling you don't do it.
Yeah.
How do you stop this, man? You're in a deep fucking hole, bro. Just a few minutes I've been talking to you, but you don't like therapists.
Yeah, but
I mean,
it's better than going.
You got the news, you got us. Like it's wild, man. And you're lucky none of us are police. How much further has it gone with the 14-year-old? I know he's not your boy.
Just does.
Have you asked him if he wanted anything and he said no? Think about that. Have you asked him if he wanted to learn about it?
I've been trying to ask him, hey, because when I was 14,
have you asked him if he wanted you to try to suck his pee-pee?
That I have not asked him.
You haven't asked him that?
I have not.
So what'd you ask him exactly then? Let's be honest, man. We're getting it all out right now.
I asked him if he liked dicks.
Okay.
I'm sitting there on the bed. He's being ornery.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, boy, if you don't shut up, I'll just bend you over the bed. Like,
Yeah,
it's complete.
Knock it off or I'm going to fuck you in the ass, boy.
I'm sitting there laughing as I'm doing it. I'm not serious, because if I
Yeah.
was serious, I would have a straight face and I would be like,
Sure. But he's willing to turn all the people he's trading porn with into you guys. And he said there's hundreds of pictures on his phone right now.
Woo! I don't like seeing that. I don't even like watching that again.
That catch, there's more feelings, I think, on that catch than probably close to any other catch.
It's homegrown, bro. That's our catch. Like that's.
It's
I agree.
From the decoy on, everybody was absolutely disgusted by this guy, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
You guys,
my opinion,
realize-
worst one yet.
Yeah, I agree.
None of that information would have ever been found if it wasn't a fake child. You guys realize that interview, and we'll talk about this next week. I don't want to blow it up. That interview, nobody knew anything. Nobody.
The DA said that.
We were bullshitting. It was my bullshitting, like us bullshitting. The DA said that, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. The DA on that case, the DAs and the judges all on this particular case were above board.
The judge, amazing. I mean, she didn't hold anything back. I mean, she said exactly how she felt, and she felt exactly how every one of us felt about this guy.
Yeah.
She hated him.
She was a mama.
Hers to her, she had to go through so much as well. Like you could just see it in her face how mentally exhausting dealing with these two were. I felt bad for her.
Yeah, when she read the complaint, the original complaint, and the probable cause paperwork, she said she read it and she was well aware of what he had done and put him on probably one of the highest bonds I've ever seen in Colorado. There was a lot to that case.
A lot.
Real quick, Tom. Sassy's asking where she can watch this. It's on Rumble, I believe.
Yeah, it's on Rumble and Odyssey.
Yes.
Yeah. I can try to send you the link for Rumble, Sassy, probably tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah, we can make sure that you get to see it. Just reach out to one of us in Discord, and we'll go ahead and do that.
But we will be playing a little bit for you next week. This is next week's catch, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not gonna play the whole catch. It wasn't all that long. There's a couple of different things that we want to look at from, you know, the outsider's point of view, as well as the systematic point of view. Because I think that there was some stuff that we did on this one where if it was not necessarily done that way, it may not have played out the way it did.
It would
absolutely. It wouldn't have.
No.
So I think
that be doing what he was doing, he would still be doing it today. They wouldn't even.
He would be.
There's no way he would have been caught. No way.
I think that you're right, and I think that, you know.
But that's not a shame on the police. I'm not saying that.
No, we'll go over his sentence and everything else, and I think that you'll understand what I'm saying. And there was some stuff that happened that still doesn't make sense to me, but you know, I'll take what we got on this one because I don't think he's ever getting out of jail.
He's not. Yes, catch Friday and Saturday. Yes. This is just, you guys, we're doing this every Wednesday.
Yeah, this will be every Wednesday, but unless there's a catch right up to it, which I doubt there will be anytime soon, because it's kind of dark in Colorado probably by this time.
Little birdie told him.
Yeah, it's way dark here. So with that being said, everybody want to chime in, say goodnight?
Yeah, I appreciate you guys for being here. I'm going to get. I appreciate you guys. This has been good. It's been amazing, and let's just keep exposing these fucks and behind the scenes shit. And I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you, chat, and you guys go on.
Yeah, 100%, guys. We can't do what we do without you guys supporting us. So, I mean, we're so appreciative for all the support, whether it's a comment, a like, thumbs up, whatever it is. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for supporting us. And yeah, we're just going to keep getting these guys behind bars.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yes. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, team. And most importantly, thank you, chat. We'll talk to you guys next week on Behind the Catch. And
good night.
Stay tuned. It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a really good one, y'all.
Yep. Later, y'all.
See you guys.
All right. Good night, all.
I don't know how to get out of here. Sorry. I don't know how to get out of here.
Get up, Tom. Another one bites the dust. And another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one bites the dust. Time to type to pull up at your house and read off your screen name account. Make it come clean, and even make it call your spouse. So why don't you come on out and see what we're talking about? We got you on camera, but first, is anyone in the house? Look, we got your chat logs, we got you by the balls. And when the police pull up, we give them to the law. It's the big homie Tom from Colorado, he on the stroll. Pulling up on Pet from Colorado Pet Patrol. The fucking police. Another one bites the dust. And another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one bites the dust. Nah, we not the police. You can take off at any time, but just know when you do that, the cops gonna be on your line. Come on, you bought booze and losing condoms, dude. Even sent dick pics with your face in them too. He came to be the 12-year-old bundle of joy, your 51-year-old husband. You desperate boy, and let me guess, this is your first time you wasn't gonna do nothing.
I never did anything like this. I would never do anything like this again.
But that ain't what the chat logs say.
You said you didn't care about the age. You said you had your lube and condoms, and you gave me your address, but you gave me your neighbor's address, by the way.
And then we found you, exposed you on YouTube, and now we clown you.
Call the fucking police.
Another one bites the dust. That's not right. And another one bites the dust. Sit still. Another one bites the dust. He ain't gonna call the cops. And another one bites the dust. CPP. What's hate? So you know it got to stop.
I never did. Call the fucking police. You didn't do it.
No, sir, I know you don't believe me.
You were charged.
I know I was charged because I had got a plea bargain where I said I had oral sex with a 6-year-old boy.
A 6-year-old boy?
Yes, that's what I did. Say.
Smash a like if you think this is fucked up.